Hey guys, Tarek with Cyclone FPV, and I am actually working on a, sorry, my computer turned off for whatever reason, I'm not sure. Working on a radio transmitter right now, and I'll show you this one right here. And there you go. Crap, there you go. All right, so this is the 2019, the Free Sky 2019 X9D Plus 2019 Special Edition series, right? So this is the Access Series Special Edition. And let me see if I can get my computer turned back on. I guess, sorry, I'm in the middle of trying to do this, and I realized that my computer's not on. How do you turn it on? So let me find my keyboard, which has now disappeared. I swear everything around, it's like haunted in this place. Well, I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Just don't know when, where, or why. Okay, let me get to it. So anyways, working on this radio. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. How the hell does the keyboard disappear? Like, where does it go? Okay, totally off topic. So anyways, here's the deal. We are going to open this up today, and the reason we're going to open it up is because I have another one, and it is the carbon fiber special edition. And during a live video not too long ago, a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday even, it failed. Like it was failing. It was failing nonstop, and it was irritating me. So I am going to work on that now, and phones are ringing, everything's going off. So let me go grab it real quick. Hold on, I gotta find this here, and I'd like to find my keyboard. No keyboard. Wonderful. Okay, it's not that one. Not that one. And maybe it's this one. Nope. No, maybe it's this one. Nope. This has been fun. Here we go. All right, so let me grab this one. So here it is. This is the 2019. So look at these, right? So we got two of them. And problem is that when I turn this one on, and I can use my external battery, I guess, for that. When I turn it on, I get the error message that we have a bad antenna or something like that. I'll show you here in just a second. Now I gotta find the antenna, or the battery. So give me a second here. Everything has been moved all over the darn place. Why? Why does this happen? I guess maybe we shall find it real quickly. Ah, here it is. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn this on for you, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, right? And this is firmware updates are done, everything's done, so let me show you. So watch this. And give it a second. There it goes, TX antenna problem, okay? Now, I've done everything to this except change out the hardware. So we're gonna do that right now, right? And we're gonna see what happens. So first thing we're gonna do, I hate to do this, but first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up. Now I'm gonna unscrew, these so that I can I don't wanna damage these while I'm tipping this thing upside down or holding it upside down. So I'm just gonna take these off right now, okay? Like this. And here's what we're gonna do. So let's get started and open this up. And I'm sorry for all the distractions, interruptions we may have, but it is a crazy Friday. And I am trying my best to not lose my patience, so bear with me as everything under the sun that can distract is about to start happening. All right, so let's get the screws out. At some point, I'd like to still find my keyboard, but let me take the memory stick out. There we go. There. And as always happens, one screw fell on the floor. So I gotta now get that real quick. So add that to, would you come on? This thing can't unscrew anymore. It's just hanging on to the plastic, I guess. All right, and the other screw went where? Oh, right here. All right. What is that? Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna leave that other screw in there. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and unscrew these, and just be careful when you do this, right? So I'm gonna take, let's see if this will do it for me. I'm gonna take this and just put one side on it and try, because I don't want to use my pliers right now if I don't have to. So there we go. Just turn it like a screwdriver, right? I mean, just pretend like you're unscrewing it, and it'll automatically turn. So just turn it there, just like that. It's that easy. You don't need any special tools. Although I don't need to take that one off. I need to take this one off. Sorry. So just, again, just turn it and unscrew. And then when you want to put it back on, just put it the other way. So you can use a flathead screwdriver. I just happen to have this a little closer, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's do this. Here, we're going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. And we're going to make a few, I want to make sure, and I'm going to take the antenna off, okay? Once we unscrew this, the first thing I want you to notice, right, is the following. Okay, so used to be that we would have 2 cables in here for the X9D, so we don't now. This is really, really easy, okay? So we're just gonna take that off, leave that just like that, and I'm gonna set that radio aside. Now, I need that radio because that's what the customer purchased. So I've got 2 options. I can swap all the stuff out, or I'm just going to take these off, and I'm gonna take the backboard out of this one and move it over there, and it'll be done. And then I'll wait for the new board, because these are both new. I'll wait for the new board to arrive and I'll replace this one. So I figured you guys can just watch that, kind of understand how this is gonna work in a very informal and kind of no big deal method. And we're gonna see if it works though. So I mean, now I'm gonna show you with a screwdriver, you do the same thing, right? So you just put that in the slot right there and just turn it like you're unscrewing something. It just cannot be a narrow screwdriver, right? It's gotta be long enough to grip it. So just do that. That's why I use the other things, because they're kind of longer, but again, look, watch. It's tightened, just put your screwdriver in one of the slots. If you don't have shaky hands like me, it's easier. All right, like that, and just unscrew it. Whoop, hold on. Unscrew it, make the motion like you're gonna turn it like unscrew, and it'll automatically start turning. No special tool needed, no nothing fancy. Then set these aside. Oh, there's something I wanted you to show, and I said I want you to notice something, just so that you have for future reference, okay? So you notice when I took these off, right? One thing to notice, now it's different colors on the X9D Plus before the pre-2019. So the X9D Plus regular model before 2019 model came out. So red wire is always going to be going towards the face. Now this white wire used to be a brown wire, okay? So just make sure when you're putting these back on, if they happen to fall out or you don't know. Now there are little red marks on here which are not, well they are on this side now. On the other one they weren't. But what you want to do is just make sure the white wire is facing the back of the radio and the red wire is facing the face. At that point your switch is in the same direction no matter what, okay? And on the X9D Plus X9D Plus non-2019, it is a brown wire, okay? Either way though, just put them in that direction. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Let's get these screws out. I was hoping I could just use this flathead, but I guess not, so let me just use a screwdriver here. Okay. Now, usually I'd have one of those boards in stock, but for some reason I don't have them. So I'm gonna keep more of them so I don't have to be doing this the whole time. But that is a brand new radio, and I'm going to inspect why it's like it is. I'll check it out in a little bit, but right now my main thing is I need to get this to the customer. Everything else is done. Radio works like a champ, and the binding was done and everything. It's just that stupid radio error, or that antenna error, and it's irritating, so we're gonna fix it. And I thought maybe it's software, maybe it's not. It's literally not. It's just the hardware, the plate, okay? Let's do this real quick. I don't need to take this plate off. I just do it out of habit anyway. So I think that's all of them, right? So we can go ahead now. Let's go ahead. Sorry, leave it like this. Lift the back of it up. Okay. There we go. Now I want this board, right? So I'm just going to go ahead, make sure that I take the ribbon out. There's the ribbon. Okay. And then what we want to do here is we're going to take out, let's see, let me go ahead and just get the screws out first. Yeah, I probably need to use it a little bit, not so, maybe this will work. Let me just try this. Yeah, that flathead will work for that. So we're going to take out these screws real quickly. Okay. All right, now. Board's loose, and now what we need to do is we need to disconnect the switches. So let's go ahead and do that. And be careful when you do that. Okay, thanks, babe. It's my wife bringing me coffee. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it.
What?
Thanks, babe. All right, let's take out this one. And I don't want that to happen, but that's all right. We'll just put that back down there. Okay. I would think that they would hot glue this at least. I'm gonna hot glue these. I don't know why they don't hot glue these down, because they just come up real easily. But in either case, let's just put this back down. There we go. All right, and then we have our antenna. We're gonna take this part off. And we take that with us. We have our, I'm gonna take this board with us too. And for that, I'll need this one actually. So let me do that. Okay. Let's take the whole setup because, well, I don't have to. Well, I could have unplugged the cable. I just would rather keep everything together that came as a group in case there's a bad batch of something or other happening. And then I'm just gonna pop this up. There we go. So there's our board right there. So we're gonna take that, and I'm going to most likely not reassemble this one. I'll probably just leave it for now and set it aside because I'm gonna have to have a board replacement anyway. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, now watch this. So I hope these don't, you see how they pop up like that? Just don't understand that, but hey, it is what it is. So let me put this back down. And like I said, I'm gonna hot glue mine because I don't like that at all. Now let me look at this antenna. I did not bother to see if maybe there was a, see that one comes up fine. I don't know what their deal is. I did leave the ribbon on that one, so yeah, that's good. So I left the ribbon on mine, right? Okay. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Sorry, guys, I had to get, I'm sorry, there was a call coming in, and it's a company that hadn't paid rent, so I wanted to see what their excuse was. Okay, so we're gonna take this board out, right? And so at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and begin unscrewing these. I'm gonna separate the screws and keep them all together. If I can get my fat fingers to pick them up. There's one. Ah, that fell in there. I'll get it when I take this out. Okay. And now, because I left these together, let's take this one, and I'm going to inspect this antenna here in a little bit to understand. So if I take this off, I don't see any issue here. So my concern is that I don't see anything bad with the antenna itself and the connection there, but I'm going to find out if there's maybe something else going on. So let me just get this out. Okay, we'll take out right here. Okay, and for the most part, as soon as I get this to lift up already, come on. My screw out, and I need this to move forward. So if you don't mind, moving forward, it would be nice to just get out for the radio. This one's in there pretty tight. All right, so this is our defective one, okay? So I'm gonna go grab a static bag and put that in there. I don't think this is gonna fit in this static bag. I'll have to get a larger one, but let me just see. Yeah, that's probably not happening. See if I can find a larger one, and if not, I know I have the larger ones, but I just don't think they're in this area here, so if they're not, I guess what I'll do is I'll just set it aside for now, and then I'll get a larger one later. All right, so let me set this aside, and I'll just put part of it in here at least so that I can mark it as being defective. And I'm assuming, again, now there could be more to this, but I'll just halfway sit this in there. I just want to kind of keep it, I don't think it'll fit in that, no. I just want to keep it safe, out of the way, and then until I get a chance to look at it. Set that over there. Now, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the good radio and we're going to put it back in, okay? And what we want to do here, Let me make sure that I have this exactly. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to pop this in first, just like that. There we go. And we'll put these screws down real quickly. And these don't actually screw into anything. They just literally sit in here. Oops, not those. Let me see. These ones. They just sit in here and keep this board from popping back out. So they're not going through anything. They're just screwing into the plastic, and they're going to sit in place to keep that board in place. Okay. Let's get the next one, which is, I believe this is it. Where's the other one? Oh, right here, sorry. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Put that one over here. Okay, now I'm going to take our, let's go ahead and pop this in. And this is actually already pretty sticky on this side. Let's go ahead and make sure that we got this right. Okay, good. And then everything else should sit in nicely. I just need to get these cables put in and get this antenna put in. And what I want to do on the antenna is, or like I said, what I want to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue these down, because I don't like how those just kind of pulled up on their own. So what I'm going to do is go behind each of them. And I think my hot glue is, oh yeah, that's hot. Holy crap. Okay, so there we go. Nice and hot. So let's go ahead and place some hot glue just on the back area of this, right? Just like that. These little things can go a long way. You gotta just touch up a few things, and I don't know why they didn't do that, but hey, that's all right. That's why we will do it instead. Okay. All right. So now with that done, I'm gonna go ahead and just plug in the cables. This one here, and then we'll plug this one in here. Okay. I believe that looks good. Everything should be secure. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and use the screws to just screw this stuff down. We can go ahead and assemble this and make sure that we have fixed the error. I can't use that, so I'm gonna use this. There we go. Okay, one. Another one here. Two. 3, and fourth one's right here. 4. Okay, board's in, everything checks out. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put this back together, and I will tell you that I do like the way they've done this time. As a matter of fact, if you leave the tape on here like I did on the other one, it'll just fold out and sit on itself. I mean, it's really easy. Okay, so what we want to do now is we're going to put our tape in, put the ribbon in, I'll put the ribbon in here. And that should be it, okay? Let's leave our button where it was. Did not mean to see that come out. Make sure I get this in properly. Okay, there we go. And put our switches. Remember, the red wire goes down, just like that. And we're going to now close it up, just like this, okay? Now, before I go and do everything and be done with it, I hope my switch stayed in. Let me make sure my switch stayed in properly. Back down properly. There you go. My antenna is not sitting right, so let me see if I can reseat it. That may be all it is. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the screws in to hold them in place. for the time being. Go in here. Okay, I'll put this one. All right. And this one is not closing right. What? Oh, you know what? Gosh darn it. Guys, you see, learn from my mistakes, because I'm just trying to get this done, and I think I overlooked the side one. So let me just go back to that real quickly, because I don't want to sit here and half-ass this thing. So let me just check this, and it's here that I'm checking now. Okay, so what we have, and what I want to do is I want to get my switches in place, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and put I didn't need to take these completely off, and so let me go ahead and just put them back on partially, so that they're not all over the place, right? So let me go ahead and put this one back on. There. You can just leave it on partially to make sure that it's good. And the same thing with this one, just partially, so that it'll be easier to put this on and keep it in place once it's being attached. Let me move this out of the way. All right, now, I would like this to sit, and I'm trying to make sure this is where I'm concerned. So I have to make sure that I clear it here, and I wasn't checking that. So let me now see. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we should be clear, except gotta make sure all these wires are out of the way. What am I missing? Got something in my way, and I know I'm just looking right past it, so bear with me. Put my switch back. Switch is in place. Okay. Now, my radio needs to close properly. You know what? Darn it. I put this in, and I'll show you guys in a second. I think I just saw what I did. So the antenna, okay, and I gotta make sure I line this up right. So the antenna piece here has a max spot on it, and you have got to make sure that you don't put that edge Okay guys, now that it's ready to be assembled, and sorry, I had to cut this frame because I had a call come in, apologize. So now that we've got this, we want to get our ribbon put back in, and we want to get this attached, right? So we're going to bring the front of the radio back, all right? And you can just kind of line them up like this, right? Now make sure your switches are in properly, all right? So remember, it's going to be wire up, all right, just like that. And you can put this partially down, shouldn't be a problem. So just go ahead and kind of, you could start threading it. If you can hold it properly. Me, I'm dropping everything today. So if you can hold it properly, you could just thread it like a couple times so that it's on the radio, right? Make sure your switches are in place. And then what you want to do, and here's something that really threw me for a curve, was you see this, there's a notch right here, okay, on this circle, and you'll just have to see it on your, let me see if I can zoom in. So here's the antenna, and you're going to see right here is this notch, okay? You see that? And that stops, that has to go into this area. If you don't do that, you'll be trying to put this radio back together the whole time like I used to. I was like, man, where does this go? So it has to sit in like that. If not, the radio will not close fully in the front. Okay, now make sure everything is clear. And now you're gonna take your ribbon cable. So what you're gonna do on your ribbon cable is you're going to, let me see, it's not gonna really depend. Let me see how they want us to do this. Do I have that one on there? Yes, and that one is going to be, okay. So they have it done like this with blue side facing out. So we're gonna go ahead and put blue side out. Ooh, let me zoom out though. So there we go. All right, so we're gonna put this in the front radio, the main board, as that's called, and then it's going to go same way into the back board here, okay? And there we go. So now our ribbon cable's in, okay? Everything's good, and our switches are set to where we should just be able to lay this over, and it should close up nicely, okay? And it did. So there you go. Now, just for temporary, we're gonna go ahead, I don't think that screwdriver's gonna, oh yeah, it may fit. I'm gonna use this flathead here to just kind of tighten this down. Now, I don't want to put all these back in because if this isn't the problem and it doesn't work after this, then I'm gonna be sitting here, I'm gonna do more work. But let me just get this down here. Tighten it here, okay? And then the only thing I really want to do is make sure that my switches are tightened down. So let me just, like I said, just put the screwdriver in the slotted area and turn it like you're tightening a screwdriver regular, okay? Now this is a thinner screwdriver than I would normally use, but there you go, so that's tightening. I just want it to hold in place. I'll tighten it down even more later, but just turn it like you're gonna screw a flathead screwdriver, like a flathead screw in place. Okay, so it's closed. Now I still got screws to put in, but what I want to do is I want to see if the error goes away. All right, so here we go. So now we're going to know if it was the backboard or not, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put this on. All right. Error's gone. Okay. Everything here looks good. Board's working good. Everything's set. Okay. So now this radio is ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and close it up, and we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get this ready for the customer. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish the assembly now, or finish the screwing everything back together. So we'll put this screws in. We got a storm coming in. I promised my wife I'd go for a walk. So we're going to go for a walk. Now I'm going to make sure that my these pieces are fastened down properly, and they are. These are on there pretty tight. Same thing with this side. Make sure it's on there pretty tight. I want to make sure my screws are down there too. This screw. Okay, and this screw. All right, and this one. Good. Excellent. So everything here looks good. Let's close that up. And then let's tighten these down. And then what you do, like I said, is just get a wider one. I like these tweezers are excellent for that because they're pretty wide. So I can just easily place them and turn it, and I don't have to worry about damaging anything. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay. Everything looks great. So this is the way it goes, and we are good to go. And we took everything off, so that's going to be nice. All right, guys, so we solved the problem, and we knew it's a bad board. Now we can turn it on again, now that we've done screwed everything in, and everything looks good. Okay, and there we go. So that's how you fix it, all right? And that was just a really quick demonstration on that. I hope you guys, I hope that works for you all if you find yourself in the same spot. Let me do this. Okay, so real quick fix. Usually, like I said, I usually have the backboard in stock. Just for some reason, I don't right now because these are new and I only have the old version in. But that's going to be the repair done, and then I'll replace the other one. If you have any questions, guys, please go to our website and use our contact page and contact me. And then, as always, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we appreciate your support. Now, it is entering into the weekend, and unfortunately, I do not get to see my boys this weekend because of our wonderful and crooked justice system. So until then, until I see them again, I will be doing my work. And for you guys, though, that do have a chance to spend time with your kids and your family, please make the most of it this weekend, okay? Go give them a hug, give them an extra special hug, and put the drones down for just a minute, all right? You never know how much time you have left, so make the most of it. And other than that, guys, peace, God bless, and I'll see you soon. Bye.